a show opens, way back season 1, episode 1, with a naked game of doubles tennis, you sort of...
I like that it wasn't doubles, but you saw double, which was you imagine that there was more of us.
Hey, now it's time for our Rivals special guest number 2. He sent hearts racing as Rupert Campbell Black, and now he's Rupert Campbell back. Very good, Tills. Rivals Series 2 is out today on Disney+, so please welcome the king of the castle. It's Alex Hassell.
When you just had Danny here.
And you've already been on.
I know.
You've already been on with Danny.
I've peaked already.
You were great
you're going to get rubbish.
Chair. If it ever goes pear-shaped, we'll do what you do. You can do this for
thank you.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you so much.
Here we go into season 2. Whole different level. Who knew there was another level to
go
to?
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Give us a sense of that from your point of view.
Well, what in terms of Rupert and the car and the show?
How it's because it's the first episode is so different. It's jam-packed.
Yeah, that's it. So the second season is bigger, funnier, like faster, more set pieces, more characters. And Rupert is really put through the ringer in season 2. He had a pretty tough time in season 1, and now is in a sort of another love triangle, and is trying to. It's just basically there's triangulation everywhere you look.
And everybody plays a lead role because it's an ensemble piece.
That's it. So we do get some breaks.
Yeah, everybody has their moment.
Yeah.
And it's just such a happy gang. You had the big sort of movie-style premiere.
Yeah, that was wild, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, apparently.
Apparently it was wild.
Wilder for some than others.
I think so. I have to have my beauty sleep, so I go to bed. But
and it's clearly working.
Well, thank you.
So tell us about that night. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, it was mad. We had a huge sort of pink carpet, rivalsy pink carpet, and the sort of 45 strong cast were there, and Stanley Tucci was there, and it was great. And then we went to the premiere, and Tony Hadley sang a bunch of songs, which none of us knew was happening, which was amazing.
I'll keep a good man down.
Exactly. And then we had a massive party at Spencer House, which is like the grandest, most rivalsy thing ever. So.
What time did you go home?
I can't remember.
By the way, can we just say, judge's special commendation for Emily Attack, who did a lot of interviews on her own the next morning, Yes. She wasn't necessarily scheduled to do on her own.
Yeah.
So round of applause for Emily Attack. Yeah, leading the charge.
She needs a round of applause in general. Episode 2 of season 2 of Rivals, Emily has just this amazing whole set piece that she's absolutely awesome in. So
it's also awesome, isn't it? Are you surprised by how amazing the reviews are? How much love there is out there for this show?
I mean, when we were starting to shoot it, we would look around and everyone is brilliant. The cast are absolutely amazing and they're so well cast and the script is good. And you're like, whoa, this feels really, really good. And for me, this is definitely a big step up in terms of the scale of the role and the project and stuff. And you just hope that the alchemy works and that they don't mess it up when they cut it together. And it was just incredibly gratifying to see how good the show is. I am a fan of the show and how much people have loved it and taken it to heart. I think we just need a show like this right now.
Absolutely, 100%.
And people seem to be clamouring for it. So.
Yeah, and Jilly, boy, could she write a page turner, a rip-roaring, fearless page turner, which is what she was like. And testament to that was her memorial at Southwark.
Yeah.
Just tell us about, which is like round the corner, Southwark Cathedral.
It was really special and incredible. It was absolutely packed to the gills with like the great and the good of television and journalism, obviously, and such a huge outpouring of love for her. Bella and I read bits of Rupert and Taggy when they meet, and that was lovely to sort of revisit that and be those characters for her there. And there were dogs running around, like she was such a fan. No horses, unfortunately, but and then as soon as it finished, they brought out hundreds of magnums of champagne, and we got absolutely sloshed in Southwark Cathedral for about 3 hours.
I didn't realise it happened in the cathedral. The Southwark Arms.
Yeah, no, it's in the cathedral. It was the most Jilly rock and roll thing ever. It was awesome.
I heard about the memorial. I heard about the champagne.
It was the same.
I didn't realise
one and the same, and we all kept drinking champagne for the rest of the day and could barely walk home.
See, that's the kind of Holy Spirit that would get the church going again.
That's it. Maybe we need to rethink.
And she would have been proud.
She really would.
Did you feel her presence there?
It was just amazing. Like they had these incredible pictures of her when she was young, when she would never wear a bra. Yeah. And it was just she was a smoke show, and it's been wonderful.
She was a smoke show.
And it's been wonderful to try and continue to do the show in her honour.
So I mean, obviously it's a very happy ship. The Rivals,
it really
the
is.
Rivals production team, and that's people in front of the camera, behind the camera, in the car park, wherever.
Yeah.
And you sense that. Who got that right? Who made that call?
It's the producers. They phoned, I think, 3 or 4 people that all of us had worked with to make sure that we were nice people and didn't have big egos. Because there's so many of us, and it's such an ensemble show, as you say. If any of us had really huge egos and were getting in the way, it would just be a total nightmare.
So that was all planned.
It was all planned, and it really worked. I mean, it is like herding cats sometimes. I mean, I'm really glad I'm an actor and not one of the ADs on it, because there's like 45 of us, including like Danny, to try and wrangle us all into place at times.
But it's one of those where you probably sense that there's no separation between the crew and the cast.
It's really a lovely, happy ship.
The respect is there.
That's right. In the second season, almost the entire crew came back, which is really, not on a common occurrence.
Yeah, that is almost unheard of.
Yeah.
That which is fantastic. If you could swap for one episode roles, whose character would you like to have a go at?
Great idea. I'd quite like to have a go at Maud.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that would be really, really fun.
Okay, specifically why?
Specifically why? Because she gets to make really crass jokes and like just bust around and not care about anyone. I just feel like I'm describing Rupert. But she gets to wear great costumes and I was going to say, like, take her clothes off with Aidan, but that sort of seems inappropriate to...
Well, I don't think when you're talking about rivals...
Yeah. Also, in season 2, a lot of us get our clothes off in the same time. And
you do know you did that in season 1.
Exactly, that's true, yeah, sorry. I've forgotten which show we're part of.
I mean, when a show opens, way back season 1, episode 1, with a naked game of doubles tennis, you're sort of...
I like that it wasn't doubles, but you saw double, which was... you imagine that there was more of us.
I could swear it was double. Oh wow, that is amazing. I must go back and rewatch it. Yeah. In fact, that's true, isn't it? Haven't some people watched series 1 6 times, 7 times?
I think more than that. Yeah, we get people, come and say hello that have watched it sort of in the dozen times, which is why it's so exciting that it's coming out now and there are 12 episodes, so that they can keep.
And
going.
What did Clooney say about it?
He reportedly loved it and phoned Hulu to try and campaign for a second season because he's a massive fan of it. Yeah.
Clooney's on the phone. He says, "More rivals, more rivals,
more rivals." Yeah,
it is done.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've worked with him.
I worked with him years ago. Yeah, and it's really lovely to think that he remembers who I am and is now seeing me do this. Yeah, it's lovely.
He was your boss.
He was my boss.
Tell us about that.
Well, he directed me my first A-listy film, and I hadn't done a play in. Been doing a play for 2.5 years, hadn't been on set, hadn't done a big film, and I didn't even audition for him or meet him or talk to him at all. And on the first day of filming, I'm suddenly met by George Clooney and having to try and hold myself together whilst improvising an American accent while I was doing a scene like this, and George was looking at the monitors right there, and I could see him watching my performance, and I was like, I'm going to have to get you to move all of your cameras and everything all of your monitors so that I'm not looking at you looking at me.
Yeah, because it's George flipping Clooney.
George Clooney, yeah.
That's not fair, and he's not even in the scene.
He's not even in the scene.
Because he's the director.
Because he's the director, but it was Matt Damon in the scene, which was just as intimidating. I mainly was just trying to pretend that I was capable of being in the same room as them.
And they're bros anyway, aren't they? So they've got all that
really
going
good
on.
pals,
a bit rivalsy that kind of team.
They were really, really good friends. It was nice to be part of it.
And did you bond over with Nell and I heard?
That's right. So I was very nervous, and I was sort of felt very English with all of these amazing American movie stars. And somehow to calm my nerves, I sort of did a bit of With Nell and I, which lots of British actors know basically all of it. I mean, it's all swearing. I don't think I can say it. I shall never play the Dane. Yeah, exactly. What is it? There comes a time in every man's life when he wakes up one morning and quite reasonably says to himself, I shall never play the Dane.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon came back with the next line immediately, and we spent the rest of the time just doing With Nan and I swearing at each other.
Yeah, see, I've interviewed Matt Damon a couple of times, and I don't know him, but I suspect he's a really nice bloke.
He was really, really nice. Yeah, really. I mean, they were all really nice. They were, were very, very gracious to let me rabbit on about them and ask them loads of questions about them.
He swore at me, Matt, during the interview.
In a good or a bad way?
Oh no, terrible. Oh. By the way, quite rightly, because I pointed out to him because he turned down the lead in Avatar, for which he was offered points on the box office. I did the maths on his behalf and told him what he would have earned, and then he swore at me.
Well, that's fair enough.
Totally, absolutely.
I think he's doing okay, though.
Yeah, no.
I think he's all right. He's been in a few films.
He's really doing okay, but you know what? He'd been doing more than doubly okay off one Avatar.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but he also plays poker, doesn't he? So he might have gambled it all away.
Yeah. What is the current status of the Rivals WhatsApp group?
I mean, it's very long. It's mainly Gary Lamont doing videos of himself. But we just are hoping that it never somehow gets released because it's quite filthy. We're all quite filthy. And it's important in the spirit of the show for us to remain filthy.
Of course, it's all to help the characters.
Exactly, it's entirely method.
Yeah. And people, has anybody been voted off the WhatsApp group or?
Oh, not that. And no one has done that thing where you leave and they need to sort of
there are ways
own
of
up to that. Are there? Are there secret ways of leaving?
I don't know. I'm not even on WhatsApp, but people tell me there's ways of leaving, or you just don't reply. What is it?
Mute it or archive.
Mute or archive, say the young people on the show.
Right, okay,
That's amazing. So, look, we're 12 more in.
Yes.
This is season 2 of Rivals. It starts today. The first 3 episodes. Who's going to watch one? It's like, It's
like Maltesers,
exactly. Nobody's going to watch one tonight, one tomorrow, and one on Sunday, are they? It's just not going to happen. You're just going to watch all 3. How much more material is there going forward?
An immense amount. Jilly, I think it's 11 books in the Rutshire Chronicles she wrote. Yeah, and Rupert Campbell Black is in all of them, I think.
Hello.
And in the
I think
in the most recent book that Jilly wrote, I think Rupert is like 65 or 70 in it or something. So if I really don't mess it up, hopefully I could earn a lot of money as well. I could be the next Matt Damon.
That's great, isn't it? That's great. And you're all on the same. I mean, we won't go into it because it's your business, not ours. But I hear that everybody's on the same, and it's all working out like that, which is just so cool across the board, isn't it? That is like you say, that's the way to run a team.
It's a really amazing.
If you want that longevity thing, it's
well,
so
we've got to be happy, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because we all love working together, and we just want to keep making more and more and more, and the material's there, and we hope that the audience are there.
Yeah. And from a career point of view, is it potentially a career-defining role?
It's definitely been, I haven't been on your show before. It's definitely a big change, and it's such a lucky part. I mean, a lot of people wanted the part. They really struggled to cast the part. I'm not entirely sure why I ended up with it, but I'm very happy to take it. It's definitely got me more attention.
And you're so unlike him.
I am very much unlike him.
Yeah, you could say, of course I am. No, but you're really, really, really unlike him. Yeah. And because you're such a huge star now, and you're a proper star now, and this is a proper show, and there are very few shows like this now that have the budget or the chance or the foundation of a Jilly Cooper kind of archive of gold to draw from. Obviously, you'd be paparazzi and tabloid fodder, but they followed you for a while, and they saw you drinking latte with
really
your wife.
Really boring, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm
no point.
I'm 45, not 25, so my partying days weren't seen, which is kind of quite lucky.
Well, you're living them out on screen.
Well, exactly. I know.
You're working on a show where you couldn't be doing anything more outrageous than you do on the telly.
I'm not as cool or as interesting as Rupert.
I bet you are.
Well, behind closed doors, maybe.
And you've still got your theatre.
That came out slightly rude, or maybe just as rude as I was intending. Everything becomes a double entendre when you're in Rivals.
Triple entendre.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you and your wife, you got your theatre company still going,
that's right,
and all good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, we're they're doing Cymbeline at the moment, and we're hoping to maybe relaunch a show that we did at the very beginning.
Good for you, mate. And because Rivals has become the mothership, the rest of your world has to orbit around that at the moment, which is fair enough.
Which I'm very happy about the idea that it would continue to be something to orbit around.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
There's no question of there not being a series 3. When might you start filming that?
We don't know.
Oh,
if we would really, really hope so. Come on, everyone. Disney, come on. No, I honestly don't know. I'd be over the moon to hear. I mean, we just need the numbers to be crunched for season 2 and everything.
Mate, there's too many numbers to crunch, isn't there? You know when you put too much in the blender? Yeah. You have to think that's where you are, mate. It's great, man. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for Danny. I'm happy for everyone. It's great to have a big fat Brit hit on our hands. It's Rivals, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. It's Alex Hassell. Let's hear it for Alex Hassell.
Thank you.